coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for jumping on Facebook Live for a mid-Thursday morning check of some of the stories we are following here at Erie News Now. Beginning with millions of Americans already potentially at their Thanksgiving dinner destination. That's after one of the busiest travel days since the pandemic started. According to the folks at AAA, air travel is up a full 80% from last year, of course, really at the height of all the pandemic restrictions. The Transportation Security Administration is expecting to screen some 20 million airline passengers over this holiday weekend. That's almost back to levels of 2019 as far as air travel goes. Many of those travelers skipped Thanksgiving trips last year with the COVID case numbers climbing. Delta Airlines, United Airlines, they both say this coming Sunday, the one after the Thanksgiving holiday, could be their busiest day since prior to the pandemic. And a Thanksgiving morning tradition is making a return here at home this year with crowds of runners starting off their Turkey Day at the Turkey Trot. Erie News Now's Elena Jonathan has more.
Erie's annual Turkey Trot is back this year after being postponed because of the pandemic. Erie natives Colleen and Benjamin Stump were picking up their running packets at Rainbow Gardens at Waldemere, getting ready for the race today. This is the first year the entire family is running together.
Our son is 11 and our daughter is 5, so this will be her first turkey trot.
But for many people, they wonder, who wants to wake up and run a 5K on Thanksgiving? This is Karen Fabracio's 10th year participating in the turkey trot.
It starts the day off right, because then when you eat the rest of the day, you're like, but at least I got out of the house. I had some fresh air. It's just a great way to start your day off.
Everyone I talked to said Thanksgiving is about coming together and being with family. That's why Michael Potter runs with his son every year.
He's getting older. He's 12 now, so it's something we get to do. It's sort of a annual tradition. You know, they're starting to do their own sort of team thing. So this is an opportunity to something I get to do with him every year.
Weather isn't keeping anyone away today.
We've done it in most all weather.
All the runners I talked to said running takes away the guilt of overeating.
Then I feel like I can have a couple extra pieces of pie.
What's your favorite pie?
Pecan.
I don't know about pecan pie, but if you still need something from the grocery store today, your options are kind of limited. Some of the smaller locally owned stores could be open today, but it looks like Wegmans is really the only big grocery store chain here at home that's going to be open up today. Walmart, Target, Tops, Giant Eagle, all shut down on this Thursday. And a lot of those stores were pretty busy on Thanksgiving Eve with customers picking up a bunch of those last-minute items.
Everybody, it was just like all the aisles and everything, and I'm like trying to get through, and then everybody's trying to get through, and I'm like, okay, well, go ahead. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, and everybody trying to get stuff last minute for Thanksgiving. Everything's almost gone, basically.
Now, as far as pharmacies go, the drugstore chains, CVS, Walgreens locations, they are open for business on this Thanksgiving Thursday. Well, the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office has now officially asked the state's Supreme Court to keep that school mask mandate in place. This was an expected move from the office of Josh Shapiro. That's after the Wolf administration filed that initial appeal last week. Technically, the mandate is set to expire December 4th after a court order from earlier this month, an appeals court ruling that the state's acting health secretary failed to follow all the proper procedures when issuing that school mask mandate back in August. And the state did announce earlier this month that it planned to lift that mandate as of January 17th. The state Supreme Court, meantime, they are scheduled to hear arguments on the whole thing come December 8th. State police and federal officials are now investigating a deadly plane crash right here in western Pennsylvania. Happened in Mercer County around 6 o'clock last night. Police say this small engine plane went down near the Grove City shopping outlets, that Grove City airport not too far away as well. The plane crashed in the woods and then reportedly caught fire. 2 people were on board. According to the Mercer County coroner, one of those passengers died, the others in the hospital. No names yet from authorities on the victims. The FAA joining state police now in that ongoing investigation. Well, more than 3 weeks after the election here in November, we've got a winner to report in the very close race for mayor of Meadville. Democrat Jamie Kinder is now the official winner, defeating write-in challenger Marcy Kantz. The margin of victory, just over 200 votes. The co-owner of Meadville's Evolution Printing Services, Kinder secured the Democratic nomination back in May when she beat incumbent Mayor Leroy Stearns. Then Kinder had to take on a write-in campaign by Marcy Kantz. took those Crawford County election workers a few weeks to go over all the ballots and make it official, but it is official this morning. Kinder, now Meadville's going to become Meadville's first female mayor, first mayor of color when she takes office in January. Well, we've been dealing with a little rain to start off our Thanksgiving Thursday, David.
It is certainly wet. It's a little misty, drizzly out there. Not overly heavy rain moving on through the area. Temperature right now, we are at 47 degrees, so we're still caught up in the 40s. We won't really see much of a rise in those temperatures as we continue on through today. We do have a south wind, so that is allowing those temperatures to actually still stay above freezing. Of course, we've got the clouds in place as well. Temperatures in the 30s into the higher elevations, 38 in Jamestown, 42 back into Bradford. So today, Turkey's got the umbrella. Tomorrow, we're shivering a little bit. We've got the cap. We've got the gloves on, boots as well, as we are trudging through a little bit of snow as we're trying to find some of those deals. And this is certainly going to be a significant weather maker for some tomorrow. As a matter of fact, there's a winter storm watch in effect for southern Erie County and Chautauqua County in western New York. We're talking about snowfall potentially over 8 inches for a few areas, and this is going for tonight into early morning on a Saturday, into the early morning hours. And we'll also have those winds potentially gusting up to about 35 miles per hour. Right now, a lot of clouds in place. More showers off towards the west. Nothing, again, too heavy for today, but you can see those showers, they continue to push on through. We're at 5 o'clock here. A lot of folks still trying to digest their main meal, getting ready for a little dessert. On the overnight, you can see the rain showers turn to snow showers. Some heavy lake effect snow possible, especially back into the snow belt, eastern Erie County, Chautauqua County. That's where we are expecting some of the heavier totals overall. And you'll notice with our wind, we got that northwesterly wind, and that tends to keep the totals a little bit higher from Edinboro into northern parts of Crawford County and back into the higher elevations and along the Chautauqua Ridge into western New York. But things will start to settle down a bit more as we get deeper into your Friday night and then into early Saturday. In terms of snow totals, we've got this area right here, maybe over 8 inches of snow, and this is from like Wattsburg outside of Corry, Union City, and back along the Chautauqua Ridge into Clymer, New York. Of course, that's where the Peak and Peak is. We're not quite at ski season just yet, but we're going to wrap the darker blues around even into the Erie metro area. We're looking at 4, maybe up to 6 inches of snow. That could be just a little bit away from the lake shore, and you can see those totals do get a bit lower as you continue farther to the east and farther to the south. So with these lake effect snow bands, we're certainly looking at some very low visibility and definitely some travel difficulties. For today, temperatures this afternoon generally just in the mid-to 40s. And here's what we need to know looking ahead. We got the scattered showers today. Temperatures pretty steady overall. But the snow tonight will certainly make those travel trips a little bit more difficult. And we're going to talk more about the 7-day. We'll get you into the weekend and maybe a little bit more snow. That's all coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, David. We're in the middle of this Thanksgiving Thursday morning, so the cooking process may already be underway at your house. And if you find yourself in need of some help getting that meal ready today, that Butterball Turkey Talk Line is once again open for business, and they're really focused on their move to social media this year. Yeah, the Talk Line's been around for some 40 years, believe it or not, helping people deal with all their Turkey Day kitchen crises. But for the first time, the Butterball team of experts is also sharing their insights on TikTok. Yeah, take a look at some of their TikToks here. Research, they say, showed 83% of people in need of that Thanksgiving dinner prep help are turning to social media for that sort of inspiration and assistance. The Turkey Tip Line is actually staffed through November and December by registered dietitians, food scientists, chefs, and food stylists. And yeah, they're having some fun with their TikToks. In case you're wondering, you don't get on TikTok, you just want to give them that old school call. That number, yeah, it is pretty basic, 1-800-BUTTERBALL. You got to have some fun while you're in the kitchen on Thanksgiving, David.
Absolutely, and yeah, you always want that extra expert around just in case. As we go from Thanksgiving Day to the day after, temperatures certainly taking the plunge, and that's when we will be dealing with the snow. We've got windy conditions as well, so snow could be drifting in some spots. Now, along the lakeshore, 34 degrees. That will support a wetter snow than some of those inland spots where temperatures will be a bit colder. Saturday, we basically take a break from the snow. Could be good hunting conditions for folks heading out for deer rifle season. And then we get into another system on Sunday, a little clipper coming in from Alberta, Canada. That could trigger a little bit of lake effect, maybe some light additional accumulations there. Next week, we continue to see more of the snow showers. Temperatures not really warming up too much as we head on into the month of December. That is by next Wednesday.
And we do have a full 30 minutes of news coming your way at noon on WSEE. Before that, football really kicks off later this afternoon on CBS. And of course, we'll be back on Facebook Live about the same time tomorrow. From all of us here at Erie News Now, have a great Thanksgiving.